my channel. It's Yvette. Today I'm going to be filming my review for the book All the Lovers in the Night. I don't want to butcher the author's name, so I'm not going to say it, but this was a 4-star read for me, or maybe even a 5-star read for me. To be honest, I'm not sure yet. I have to think on it, but I thought it was so brilliant and so beautifully written, and I want you guys all to read it as well. Okay, so let's start off with my non-spoilery review, and then I'm gonna get into the spoilery aspect of it. And yeah, okay, so All the Lovers in the Night is a story about a woman named Fuyuko who has recently quit her job to start doing freelance as a proofreader. We embark on Fuyuko's journey of solitude and loneliness as a very introverted person that has a lot of difficulty making connections with others due to her closed off nature, but yet still having that same desire that most people have to simply form a bond with someone and meet someone that they can actually form a connection with. It's a story about tackling solitude, loneliness, addiction, societal expectations of a woman, and the eventual process of healing. It's about that journey of learning to accept solitude and learning to love oneself. I know a lot of people say that the main character is kind of boring, but I strongly disagree. I think she's a very complex character that has a hard time putting words to feelings and therefore doesn't say a lot. I think she's just a very honest and raw example of people in life that have difficulty with simple social interaction. So yeah, I think it's a brilliant book. I think the author is brilliant. I'm dying to read more from her because I just know I'm gonna love everything she writes. This is very much my taste in books. So yeah, now I'm gonna get into the spoilery part of this review. So if you haven't read it, please go read it and then come back and listen to me yap. Okay, so I really love how the book addresses societal expectations of women while also addressing the concept of loneliness and the concept that society often thinks that women need a man to be fulfilled in life. Both of these things are addressed through the usage of several women in this book. Starting off with the character of Hijiri, which is Fuyuko's friend. With this character, we see the weight of societal expectations on her through the lens of her simply defying these expectations. You know, in society, women are often expected to be in committed relationships and try to settle down as fast as they can. Through Hijiri, we see her defy this and not want to be in a long committed relationship, and this is what makes her most happy as a person. And at the end of the book, we learn that Hijiri is actually pregnant, and the man that impregnated her doesn't want to be part of her life or the baby's life, and this isn't something that keeps Hijiri down. She knows either way she's going to raise this child on her own, and she wants to raise this child. We also see these societal expectations and concept of loneliness through Fuyuko's old classmate Noriko, who in theory is this picture perfect example of what a woman should be in society. She's married, she has kids, she has this family, she's a housewife. This picture perfect life that she plays into is not something she wishes she had to put up with. And it's just showcasing that you can be this perfect example of a woman. You can follow all the expectations society puts on you. You can be a mother, you can be a wife, and it still might not be enough to fulfill you on the inside, which doesn't necessarily imply that you can't be happy fulfilling the role of a mother, the role of a wife. I think a lot of people find a lot of happiness and fulfillment through these things, and I think that's great. If that's what you want to do with your life, that's brilliant, that's amazing. If you want to be a mother, if you want to be a wife, you should do what makes you happy. But I think the point that the author is trying to make is that these paths don't always work out for everyone, no matter how hard society tries to enforce it. Okay, now lastly, we see societal expectations and the concept of loneliness play out through the main character named Fuyuko. We see it in the desire that she has to build this relationship and bond with the character Mitsuka, and the way she's tackling her feelings of loneliness by trying to lean on him and find comfort in him. I think it's trying to go back to the idea that women often need a man to be fulfilled in life. In the end, we learned that Mitsuka actually didn't even end up sticking around, and through this we go through and see Fuyuko's healing journey. It's about her learning that she can find comfort in being by herself and find comfort in solitude. You know, solitude doesn't have to be this depressing thing, and I think that's something she's always deep down kind of known. At the very beginning of the book, we learn that she loves going on late night walks by herself every year on her birthday, and it's something she takes comfort in, is something she looks forward to year after year. And at the end, we see her recognize this, that she loves being in her own company, that she likes taking late night walks by herself, being at one with the night. And all that being said, it still doesn't mean that she doesn't enjoy friendship and company, because we know that she does. all it really means is that being alone doesn't necessarily have to indicate that you're lonely. So yeah, go read this book. It's brilliant. It's stunning. I'm gonna read everything else the author has written, and I'll probably love everything else too. So yeah, thank you for coming to my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys read the book. And if you do, please message me and tell me what you think of it. Bye, Pookies!